I'm Ryan Black, and I'm a teacher here at Billerica Memorial High School. I teach freshman, junior, and senior English and creative writing. So the path that led me to teaching is a pretty long and crooked one, and it would take a long time to tell, so I'll give you some of the highlights. I didn't grow up wanting to be a teacher. I didn't know that I wanted to be a teacher until much later, and in fact thought I wanted to be an engineer. So I went to Purdue University for about a year for engineering and couldn't pay for it, and discovered I didn't want to be an engineer. And so in kind of a last-ditch effort to raise money and just get the heck out of Indiana, I walked into a recruiting office and joined the Navy and became a Navy deep sea salvage and rescue diver, which is a branch of the Navy. Has 3 branches, and there's SEAL, which the SEAL program everybody's familiar with, and there's Navy deep sea salvage and rescue diving, and then there's EOD, which is underwater explosive ordnance. And I decided I would be a diver, and did that for 6 years. And that's what I did for most of the time leading up to teaching. But the most exciting part of that, other than just being a diver, was that I was stationed in Japan for 3 of those years. And they were amazing. And it would have been just enough if I had gotten to just experience the culture there and do my job. But while I was there, probably just a few months into it, I was watching television and I saw these 2 guys fighting on television with sticks, and it was this martial art called Kendo, and it just kind of made an impression on me, and that was about it. A few months later, then I was at a restaurant out in town and I met this little Japanese guy who happened to be a very high-ranking expert in this martial art called Kendo. It means the way of the sword. It's traditional Japanese sword fighting. And he took me on as his only student, and we trained together for 3 years, and I just wanted to do it for the experience. It was just felt like luck that it even kind of happened. But in those 3 years, actually, I advanced in it and was recognized and ranked as an expert myself in Japanese sword fighting in Japan. So I'm ranked as a Japanese person in Japan in sword fighting. And so that was probably the most incredible thing that happened to me while I was over there. So I got out of the Navy here in New England. I was in Connecticut, and I went through a time again of trying to figure out what I wanted to do. And what I knew about myself was that I enjoyed teaching. I trained people in the Navy and taught Kendo, and so I thought I want to do something with teaching. And I also, during that time, met a pretty girl, this one right here, and settled down. And so I went back to school for teaching and love language, love books, and so I thought I want to be an English teacher. Also, it seemed like the most natural vehicle to be able to even use my whole experience and tell stories and use those in the classroom too, because English is about storytelling, which I love. So I've been teaching for 12 years here at Billerica, and it's been great. And the adventure continues. In that time, I've gone back to school and learned more, and teach creative writing, and I've written some stuff myself. And then my wife, a couple years ago, I started playing drums for her. She's a full-time musician, and so now I'm also during the summers, I'm a full-time drummer. So the adventures continue. Can't wait to see what's going to happen next.